What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey, and today we're going to talk about this Sunday afternoon NFL matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. All right, so this game's set to be played October 6th. Kickoff is 1 p.m. East Coast time in Foxborough, Massachusetts. All right, right now, this is at a pick'em. Some places you can get Patriots -1. Over-under set at 36, and at some places you can get it at 35.5. So there has been a little movement on this line, but really not much considering the quarterbacks that you got playing in this game, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at this matchup real quick. All right, so the Miami Dolphins are coming off losses to the Bills, Seahawks, and Titans. All right, the Dolphins have lost 4 of their last 6 road games, and Tyler Huntley only completed 63.6% of his passes for 96 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle have combined for 429 yards and 1 touchdown, while Devon A-Chain, he has 20 receptions, guys. So what happened in this last game? How did that go for the Miami Dolphins? So Miami Dolphins matched up against the Tennessee Titans last game. First quarter, neither team scored. Second quarter, Tennessee came out 9-3. And then third quarter, Tennessee came out again 10-3. And the fourth quarter, Tennessee came out again 12-6. Winning the game overall 31-12. All right, so this is really what went down, okay? They allowed, Will Levis got hurt in the first drive, okay, or a second drive. And then after he got hurt, Mason Rudolph came in and pieced him up. 9 for 17 for 85 yards. He only got sacked once. His QBR was 41.7, and he had a QB rating of 67. All right, whereas Tyler Huntley played the whole game, and he only passed for 96 yards. All right, QBR 12.3, 73.3 quarterback rating, guys. Like, you can't win a game like that. Then he does not, like, he came out and he ran the ball 8 carries for 40 yards, Tyler Huntley did, and Jalen Wright had 9 for 32, but they really did only put up 106 yards total on the ground versus Tennessee, them having 22 carries for 88 yards from Tony Pollard in that game, guys. So when you really look overall in that game, you're looking at the fact that they got outrushed. D-Hop had 2 receptions for 31 yards, which really ain't nothing. But at the end of the day, okay, Tennessee had the ball 34 minutes and 52 seconds to the Dolphins 25 minutes and 8 seconds. Tennessee won the first down battle, 16 first downs and 13 first downs. Both of them had a turnover, and then Tennessee won the total yards, 244 yards to 184 yards. On first down, Tennessee came out and passed the ball 5 times and ran the ball 8 times, whereas the Dolphins passed the ball 4 times and ran the ball 6. Like, third down efficiency, you can't be 2 for 12, but both teams were 2 for 12, guys. All right, so it's not like there was an advantage there. And then when you look at, like I said, it comes down to the time of possession. It comes all the way back to the time of possession and what killed them in that game, and the fact that they couldn't move the ball through the air. So when you look at the other team, you look at New England, how they've been playing. Oh, hold on, let me give you a little bit more on Miami. So Miami Dolphins' ground game is averaging only 97.8 yards per contest, and A-Chain leads the way with that 165 yards and 1 touchdown. Defensively, Miami's allowing 25.8 points a game and 282 yards a game. All right, Jordan Brooks leads the Miami Dolphins with 32 tackles. Calais Campbell has 2 sacks, and Zach Sealer has 1 interception. So let's look over at New England, man. New England Patriots are coming off losses to the Seahawks, Jets, and 49ers. New England Patriots have lost 5 straight home games. Jacoby Brissett is completing 60.4% of his passes for 536 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Hunter Henry and Demario Douglas have combined for 242 yards on 26 catches, while Antonio Gibbs has 7 receptions. All right, but what happened in this last game and what's going on with them? So they went out to San Francisco and got waxed by the 49ers, 30-12. First quarter, 49ers won 6-0. Second quarter, 49ers won 14-3. Third quarter, it was 7-7. And fourth quarter, it was 3-3. All right. We all basically know what the problem was there, so we're not going to go too deep into that. We just know that they were playing a great team with a great coach. All right, San Francisco outgained them 431 yards to 216. New England had 3 turnovers to San Francisco's 2, and then San Francisco had 19 first downs to New England's 12 first downs. So San Francisco had the ball 31 minutes and 35 seconds to New England's 28 minutes and 25 seconds, man. Whenever you hold Ramondre Stevenson to 13 carries and 43 yards, then you're going to be able to beat the New England Patriots. That's just what's going to happen because they don't have anything else going on over there. They need more wide receivers. They need a lot. All right. They need a lot. All right, so New England Patriots ground game is averaging 126.5 yards per contest, and Ramondre Stevenson leads the way with 267 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, New England is allowing 21.8 points and 353.3 yards per game. Raekwon McMillan leads New England Patriots with 24 tackles, and Keon White, he has 4 sacks, and Jabril Peppers, yeah, he's got 1 interception as well, guys. All right, so looking at the injury report for these two teams, okay, Jordan Poyer is still out for the Miami Dolphins. Of course, Braxton Berrios is questionable, nursing an ankle injury. We all know what's going on with Odell. He's out, undisclosed injury still. Raheem Mostert's questionable, managing that chest injury. Terran Armstead, he's still questionable with the concussion. Jeff Wilson Jr., he's questionable, laid up with that knee injury. Unknown if he'll be out there. Skylar Thompson's questionable, dealing with that rib injury still. They are just banged up, man. They are banged up. Tua's still on IR with the concussion. Bradley Chubb, you know, he's still out. Isaiah Wynn is on IR. They are just hurt up all the way around the board, guys. And then when you look over here at New England, okay, Jabril Peppers is questionable by the shoulder injury. KJ Osborne's questionable with a shoulder injury. Nick Leverett, the guard, he's hobbled by an ankle injury, so he's questionable. Who else? City Sal, he's questionable. He's missed the last 4 games due to an ankle injury. Michael Jordan's questionable, battling a knee injury. Anthony Jennings is questionable. There's injuries all over the board on both of these teams, man. Christian Barrymore's still out with the undisclosed diagnosed blood clots. No timetable for when he will return, guys. They got a lot of stuff they're dealing with on both of these teams, right? So when you're looking at the overall matchup between these two teams and why it's a pick'em, let's look at it like this, okay? Miami, they're averaging 11.3 points per game. That's 32nd worst offense in the NFL, and New England's defense is ranked middle of the pack 15th. They're giving up 21.8 points per game. However, all right, when you look at yards per play, Miami's only getting 4.6 yards per play. That's 27th in the NFL, and New England ends up giving up 5.8 yards per play, and that's 27th in the NFL. Then you look at third down conversion. New England has the worst third down defense in the NFL, or second worst. They allow teams to convert 51.85% of the time, whereas Miami only converts 32.73% of the time, which puts them at the 25th worst offense on third down in the NFL. Then let's look on red zone. So you look at the red zone, the Miami Dolphins are the 31st worst offense in the NFL in the red zone. They only score touchdowns 33.33% of the time. And then you got New England. They allow you to score a touchdown 53.85% of the time. That's 16th in the NFL, guys. Well, what's Miami been doing running the ball? They only run the ball 3.7 yards a carry. That's 28th worst in the NFL. And New England stops the run. They allow you to get 4.0 yards per carry. That is the 7th best in the NFL, guys. So, and then on the ground, it's not like New England's got the 9th best defense against the run. 99.3 yards per game is all they're giving up, whereas Miami's only getting 97.8, like I spoke on before. So then what's going on with the passing game? They got mad wide receivers over there. Well, look at it like this. Miami is only completing 63.08% of their passes. That's 23rd in the NFL. New England does allow you to complete 71.1% of your passes. That's 25th in the NFL. So that gives them an opportunity there. But then when you look at the yards per play, New England's giving up 7.9 yards per play against the pass, and Miami is getting 6.5. So that's 23rd in the NFL for Miami, and that's New England at 28th. Once again, another opportunity for Miami to step their game up a little bit and actually start being able to pass the ball. But that's predicated off of the quarterback being able to run the offense and Mike McDaniels to be able to draw something up. Because from what I've seen lately, Mike McDaniels is really not being able to draw anything up for anybody but Tua. Nobody else can run this offense but Tua. Skylar Thompson, he looked decent a couple years ago running it, but I don't know what happened to him. He's hurt right now. So we're on Tyler Huntley, and he's only been here for probably 8 to 9 days in Miami. So let's see what happens to this week. But then when you look at New England's offense versus Miami's defense, so New England's offense is only averaging 13 points a game. That's 31st worst in the NFL. And Miami's defense is letting you score 25.8 points per game. That's the 26th worst in the NFL, guys. So Miami ain't out there playing no defense neither. They actually allow you to get 5.2 yards per play, which is 13th in the NFL. In New England, they ain't getting no yards. They are literally 4.0 yards per play, and they are the 30th worst in the NFL, guys. Yes. So what I'm saying here is not conjecture. I'm giving you facts. All right, New England's offense is only 32.76% on third down, and Miami's defense is actually the number one defense in the NFL on third down. They only allow you to convert 23.81% of the time, so there is an opportunity here for Miami to do what needs to be done. Let's look at the red zone. Well, we're looking at the worst or the second worst red zone defense in the NFL versus the third worst red zone offense in the NFL, okay? Because New England only scores a touchdown 36.36% of the time when they reach the red zone, and Miami's going to allow you to score a touchdown 80% of the time when you reach the red zone. So there is significant advantage if New England can actually matriculate the ball down the field so that they can have opportunity to score. Then when you look at how New England runs the ball, well, New England actually runs the ball at 4.4 yards per carry. That's 14th in the NFL. And Miami's defense only gives up 4.2. That's 10th best in the NFL. Miami's defense gives up 119.5 yards per game on the ground. That's 16th in the NFL. And New England gets about 126.5. So that gives them an opportunity for them to be able to move the ball on the ground. And that looks like that will be there for them. Then when you look passing, though, see, that's the problem. All right, like New England can't pass the ball. Their completion percentage is 59.63 on the year. That's 30th in the NFL. And Miami's actually pretty decent opposing quarterbacks. They only allow opposing quarterbacks to complete 66.32% of their passes. Now they are giving up 7.4 yards on per pass. That's 21st in the NFL. And New England, though, they're the worst passing or second worst passing offense in the NFL. They're only getting 55.1 yards per pass, and that's 30th in the NFL, guys. So like I said, there's plenty of opportunity for New England on the ground, but not really. And there should be opportunity for for New England in the air if they had a decent quarterback, but they just don't got that, man. All right, so let's go ahead and look at these two teams. What they've been doing as far as stat splits is concerned in the last three games, plus situationally. All right, so when you look at the last three games, Miami is averaging 8.3 points per game, and they're giving up 28.7. All right. And New England, they're averaging 12 points per game, and they're giving up 25.7, guys. Like, this is ridiculous. Miami's going completely backwards since Tua has gone out. And then if you look on the road, Miami only averages 3 points a game, all right? And they give up 24. All right, then when you look at New England at home, they actually put up some points. They score 20.0 points per game at home and then give up 23. All right, now, mind you, that is against teams to the likes of Seattle, all right, which plays decent defense, all right? So you don't really want to, say that that's not a good stat or metric to look at, guys. So then let's look at situationally how these two teams are going. So far, situationally, we know both teams are 1-3 on the season. At home, New England's 0-1, and on the road, Miami is 0-1 as well. So when we look against the spread, Miami is 0-4, all right, and New England's 1-2-1. In this current situation, as a home team, there's a push for New England, and of course, Miami ain't covered not one time all season long, guys. All right, so then let's look over-unders, right? Over-under, it's been 1 to the over and 3 to the under for Miami, and it's been 2-2 for New England. Okay, as a home team, New England game did go over 1-0 when they played Seattle, but as a away team, Miami's game did go under. And when they played Seattle, same team, okay, in Seattle. So they lost to Seattle 24-3 in Seattle, whereas Seattle beat New England 23-20, guys. So just so you can have some understanding of what actually happened there. So in the last 10 times these two teams have been out on the field, Miami is 3-7, 2-8 against the spread, and 3-7, 3 to the over, 7 to the under in their last 10 games, guys. All right, they literally had 3 straight unders, or 4 straight unders going back to last season. 5 straight unders, going back to last season prior to last week's 31-12 drubbing from the Tennessee Titans, where it went over the 37.5, right? So when you look at New England's 3-7 in their last 10, 5-4-1 against the spread, and 6 to the over, 4 to the under in their last 10 games. All right, really not too much of a trend you could look at as far as their over-under is concerned. It all depends on who they're playing and where they're playing, and the fact that a lot of these teams can't score. All right, so Miami in their next 3 games, they got Indiana, they got the Colts, they got the Cardinals, and they got Buffalo. And New England's next 3 games, they got Oh man, they got Houston, they got Jacksonville, and the Jets. So it's a murderer's row for New England these next 3 games. They need to go ahead and pull off what they can. So the last 10 times these 2 teams have matched up, Miami owns it 7-3, 8-2 against the spread, and it's been 3 to the over, 6 to the under with 1 push. All right. So understanding that kind of history and what's been going on between these 2 teams, let me give you why the Patriots got a good chance to win this game, man. All right, so the Patriots have won each of their last 13 home games against AFC East opponents on a losing streak. The Dolphins have lost 14 of their last 15 October road games against AFC East opponents, and the Dolphins have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 7 games. All right, the Patriots have covered the spread in each of their last 4 October games as favorites against NFC East opponents. And the Patriots have won the first half in each of their last 7 Week 5 home games against AFC opponents. The Patriots have scored the first touchdown in 5 of their last 6 Week 5 games at Gillette Stadium. And the Patriots have won the first quarter in each of their last 8 Week 5 home games against AFC opponents, guys. All right, so a little bit more trends for you real quick. So Miami Dolphins have covered the third quarter spread in 12 of their last 17 games, and the New England Patriots have hit the fourth quarter total in 12 of their last 17 games. Miami Dolphins have hit the game total over in 4 of their last 7 away games, and the New England Patriots have covered the fourth quarter spread in 10 of their last 17 games. Miami Dolphins have hit the second quarter game total over in 12 of their last 17 games, and New England Patriots have covered the second half spread in 5 of their last 8 games. The Miami Dolphins have hit the first half game total over in 12 of their last 20 games, and the New England Patriots have hit the third quarter game total under in 5 of their last 8 home games, guys. All right, so we all know that there's going to be struggles as far as player props here, but what I would look toward on a player prop as far as in the Miami direction, I would look on Jason Saunders kicker over 1.5. Over 1.5 field goals made. You can get that at minus 120. Yeah, so I would definitely look towards that. I think he can at least get to 2 field goals in this game. I'm not seeing how many touchdowns are going to be out there, man. Like, to be honest with you, this is going to be a very low-scoring game, guys. Very low-scoring game. When you got 32nd ranked NFL Patriot offense versus the Dolphins 32nd ranked NFL points, 11.3 points per game offense, man, you can't expect much. All right, on paper the Miami Dolphins are a more talented team and should win, but that was the case against what happened with the Titans. All right, like last week, what happened with the Titans then? So through this season and a handful of games in 2022, Mike McDaniel, he's shown that he can't form a competent game plan without Tua, and that he just can't. Nobody can run this offense but Tua. The Dolphins scored 12 or fewer points in 3 straight games, guys. That's and had 184 total yards last week against the Titans. How am I supposed to believe they're going to improve against the New England Patriots, man? So what I got to do is I got to pick New England, man. I got to go with New England, and I like that team total under as well. I think our game total under. I just don't think there's going to be a lot of points, guys. All right, and then if you want, like I said, that player prop. All right, but I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe. I'm going to see y'all at the window, man. Peace.